Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us here online. Meteorologist Ryan Breton with a look at a pretty active weather week as we head into Thanksgiving. We have one system that comes through on Tuesday with mostly rain in central and southern Maine, but it comes into a cold air mass in the morning. So there may be some pockets of freezing rain and wet snow, especially in the foothills and mountains for a little while Tuesday morning. Then we get into this drier weather on Wednesday, and another system is on the way for Thanksgiving. A couple of things about this. It has been on the maps for a while, but it's sped up a little bit, and confidence is growing that we will see some impact from this storm on Thanksgiving, particularly in the afternoon and evening. But I don't want to glance over what's coming Tuesday morning. There may be some pockets of freezing rain in the morning, and particularly some of the western mountains, and maybe even down close to the Oxford Hills for a brief time and back into the New Hampshire Lakes region Tuesday morning. And then for most of us, it's just rain, but there will be some snow that continues in the higher elevations, particularly north of Route 2, up through Greenville, Katahdin, and into the Allagash Tuesday afternoon, while the rest of us just have some rain showers. So we'll show you that here hour by hour. Overnight it's quiet. First thing Tuesday morning, it should be quiet as well. Precipitation coming in from the west during the morning. Showers breaking out in western Maine by 8 or 9 o'clock, and it's coming into that chilly air mass. So this pink you see here would be a wintry mix or some snow once you get to about Paris and Norway north, up through Bethel, Newry, and the Carrabassett Valley. Rest of us just getting rain showers, though, through Tuesday afternoon. It's kind of a chilly and raw feeling day. Our weather is quiet on Wednesday. At that point, high pressure builds in. It'll be a little breezy, but this is the system we're watching for Thanksgiving Day. Right now, it's entering the west coast. By Wednesday morning, it's moving through Oklahoma and Kansas. The big question with this is once it hits the coast, does it intensify a bit and come right up into New England, bringing us a pretty decent hit? Or does it go a little bit farther south? And the trends in the model data have been to at least bring it close enough for a pretty decent impact Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. And you can see that here. This is the map Thursday morning at 8 a.m. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City looking pretty wet. But once you get up inland through interior New England, likely some snow and probably some rain on the coastline given the track of this storm. But if it were to shift offshore a little bit, there could even be some wet snow that falls along the coastline. If you've been following along with us over the last several days, the European computer model has been pretty consistent in a track that would bring us snow inland, some rain on the coast, but at the very least an impact from this storm. The American GFS model for a long time was waffling back and forth, but mainly offshore. Its run that came in this evening is now bringing the storm closer to us. So that's why we think we are going to get at least some impact from this system. Here's a closer look at the timeline as we head into Thanksgiving Day. This is Wednesday night, early Thursday morning at midnight, and we're dry across the state at that point. As we get toward about 5 or 6 in the morning on Thanksgiving Day, most of Maine is quiet at that point, but we're starting to get some showers of mainly snow into the Granite State that may start to sneak into parts of York and Cumberland counties as early as 6 or 7 in the morning on Thanksgiving. But this would be light precipitation. Notice the wind direction coming in out of the south and southeast. That's not a direction that would really hold cold air all the way down to the coast. So that's why we think this is probably a chilly rain at the coastline. But you head inland, and that's where we'll likely get snow developing Thursday afternoon. Once you get towards Sebago Lake, points west into the New Hampshire Lakes region, interior northern York County, back up into the Oxford Hills, up toward Route 2. This is probably going to be the zone where it stays cold enough for snow that's plowable and accumulating Thursday afternoon. Eastern Maine, with the wind coming in off the water, will likely have some light rain developing Thursday afternoon, and then that rain gets heavier Thursday evening, and it may even mix with or change over to snow Thursday evening in the greater Bangor area. Heaviest precipitation comes late afternoon, early evening as it looks on Thursday, and then this starts to taper down on Black Friday. We should just be down to a few rain showers Friday morning in southern Maine, snow continuing up north, and then it would taper off into Friday afternoon. So here are some of the headlines. This storm would move in Thursday, late morning, midday, the heaviest in the afternoon and evening. Along the coastline, it's more likely going to be rain. Can't rule out some wet snow, but it would really take a significant a shift in the storm track to bring all snow to the coastline. You may not have to head far inland though. Out 302 past Sebago Lake toward Bridgeton up into the Oxford Hills. That looks like a place where it would be mainly snow. And certainly once you get to Route 2 and up into the mountains, a good bet that this is mostly a snow event. And given the timing of it, early morning travel on Thanksgiving Day may be fine, but afternoon and evening travel would be more problematic, particularly the farther inland you go where snow will be a bigger factor in this storm. A little bit too early for specific snowfall amounts. I imagine Tuesday morning Todd Guttner will be able to put some numbers on here for you, but just to give you an idea of how the pattern may play out. Of course, least, maybe even nothing on parts of the coastline, but you may not have to head far inland into western Maine, interior York County, back toward the Lakes region, up into the Oxford Hills, and then into Route 2 in the mountains. This blue shading would be several inches of snow, potentially something like a 4 to 8 type deal in this blue shaded area. Less in central Maine, where we probably have some mixing before a change to snow, and again, not much on the down east coastline where rain is probably the dominant factor in this storm. Now with the first system coming in on Tuesday, we do have a small craft advisory up tonight and seas will be running 2 to 4 feet as that goes by. So Wednesday is a quiet day for travel. Thanksgiving Day, a storm is likely. Again, more rain at the coast, but as you head inland, likely to be snow, and it is probably plowable in a lot of interior Maine. Maybe some lingering showers Friday morning, but we should clear out. It's a blustery day on Friday, and worth noting that behind this storm, it looks chilly for the weekend into the beginning of next week. So we're not going to warm up and bounce back after this moves through. That's a look at the forecast. You can always get the latest with us here online and on the air. Data will be coming in each and every few hours, so we'll have updates for you on air and online.